So I almost can't even believe it. What we're looking at is the great destroyer of RAG. This is the famous IKEA test, where you try to have your model understand an IKEA catalog and turn it into clean LLM-ready data. It kills almost every system. I want to show you basically how we turn this into this great simple JSON that you can use for hallucination-free RAG. Check out how we do it. Hi, I'm Neil.
And I am Daniel.
And we are from iLevel.ai, and we make a platform called GroundX on-prem. Now, GroundX on-prem helps you build enterprise-grade RAG applications in your managed cloud, but also importantly, on your own premise, even an air-gapped data center if you need that type of security. And for us, enterprise-grade means enterprise-grade security, scalability, and accuracy. And one of the reasons we're getting accuracy that's beating other systems is what I want to show you right now. It's our complex document understanding. Now, to turn this IKEA catalog into something you can actually use in a RAG application, we trained a vision model on nearly 1 million pages of enterprise documents. Some of them look like this, but also legal and medical and insurance and industrial, etc. It enables us to now take a look at a document like this, and what you see in front of you is a proprietary tool we call an X-ray. Now, an X-ray allows you on our GroundX platform to instantly evaluate your documents and see how these objects get turned into, if I click on it, LLM-ready data. So at the bottom, we are generating keywords about every single object or chunk on the page. The keywords improve RAG search. We create a file summary, which describes the entire file to the language model. This improves LLM completion because it gives the language model context for where this chunk comes from. And then we get into the good stuff. Here's the 2 artifacts we create for every chunk. Narrative text, which explains to the language model conceptually what this object is about, because we find that language models like people do better when you describe a thing, and then boom, hit it with some clean JSON. So let's take a look at this this wild object here. We'll zoom in. This is the back of the couch. Here, this basically it's a bolt and a washer, 100854. So let's back out. Click on it. What do we turn it into? The assembly instructions for the Friedhalt sleeper sofa involved using a T-handle tool to tighten screws labeled as 100854, used in conjunction with washers with their number, nuts labeled with their number. And it really just describes how all of this works in beautiful, clean text. And then you see here in the JSON, it really describes this in a way that's even more broken down. Components, the T-handle tool, the screw with its identity, the washer with its number, the nut with its washer. Description here for assembling the Friedhalt. Assembly for specific parts. And here's the relationships. It's super interesting how it's described. Action tightens it, directions clockwise, etc. Okay, interesting. What do you do with it? Well, let me go back in there and make sure I have the right number. Screws labeled that. So now, again, in our tool here, you program with the APIs, but we've got this backend GUI that lets you do some great evaluation up front. What do I do? What do I do with this part? And then give it 10 or 15 seconds. And here we go. This part labeled 100854 is a screw used in the assembly of the Friedhalt sleeper sofa, and so on and so on. It really describes literally how you would use this and what you can assemble with it. All right. I thought that was pretty cool. But Daniel, maybe you could describe as a developer, normally how would you ingest a document like that, and how do you do it with iLevel?
Yeah, so if you're building a RAG system, typically what you do is you use some sort of parser. So use an off-the-shelf parser that a lot of the time isn't really that good. And I am kind of biased, I'm working at GroundX, but also I've been a developer for a while and I've been working on RAG systems. And just now they're starting to become kind of mature. But a lot of them, they don't extract the complex visual information, all the things that are really important in a parser. So first of all, you got to build that, right? That'll be weeks or potentially months of iteration to try to finagle a combination of parsers and various AI models to get what you want.
Yeah.
And after you've kind of done that finagling, you then have to chunk it. You then have to put it through a embedding model so that you can do sort of semantic query across vectors. And then, you do your classic RAG pipeline, which is super easy to describe and learn the basics of. But then if you want to build something that's actually, enterprise grade at scale, that is performant, it's a giant pain. If you're using GroundX, again, a little biased, but I use it a lot because it's 3 lines of code. It has the parser built in, it has chunking built in, it has the sort of search system built in, and you just grab stuff. And you don't even get one representation. You get a few representations that you can choose from. You can use our
Right.
suggested one. You can also use JSON. You can also use narrative. So it's like less work for more options, basically immediately. And you can test it out on your documents for free immediately.
Yeah. So look, come to ilevel.ai. We would love to see you bring your documents. Bring us the tough stuff, okay? Don't bring us anything simple. Bring us something crazy, complex tables, wild diagrams, whatever you got. Load it up to ilevel.ai. First 5 million tokens are free. Get your X-ray, examine the JSON, and let us know how we do. We'll see you soon.